One day on the island of Sodor, Douglas was puffing up Gordan's hill. It was a wonderful day on the island of Sodor. But what Douglas didn't know was that up ahead was Salty and his goods train. But then Douglas banged into Salty's load. "Oh no!" said Douglas. "What have you done?" said Salty. Then Hero puffed along the line. "I'm coming," said Hero. Hero tagged along the line. Finally. And then Hero pulled Douglas back onto the line. "Well, look what we have here," the workman. "I'll lift you back onto the tracks in no time." And that's what they did. "Woof," said Salty. "Finally. My job is well done. Now I can carry this load." Then Gordan puffed along the line, but what he didn't notice was Diesel 10 was in the tunnel. "Oh no," said Gordan, and Diesel 10 swiped out his claw, and then Gordan derailed. "I'm coming! We're coming!" said Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand. They lifted him back up onto the line. Lady was going towards the mud puddle. "Ah," said Lady, "I don't want to go through this," but she had to, and Lady went down. Slowly and carefully. But then she realized she was thinking. "Oh no," said Lady. "Got to move a little more." But then one wheel was on the line than the other. "Woof," said Lady. Lady went on the turntable, puffed up the hill slowly. "I'm scared," said Lady. Then Lady puffed up the hill. "I'm scared. This hill doesn't look so stable." "Whoa, whoa," said Lady. "Oh no, this hill's getting wobbly." "Ah," said Lady, as she fell. "Well, what should we do?" said James. "I don't know," said Thomas. "There's nothing really else to do." But then Diesel talked to Spencer. "Well, what evil thing should we do today?" said Diesel. "I don't know," said Spencer. "What shall we?" "I have an idea. Let's go knock down Hero, Douglas, and Salty." And then they puffed out of Tim's ships. Where should we start?" "I don't know," they said. Said Spencer. "Who's that thing?" said Diesel. "Okay," said Diesel. Said Spencer, and they lost. Then Spencer coupled back to Diesel. "Ooh, here they are," they said. "Okay, time for our plan." And then they went as fast as they could. Boom! They smashed into the engines. And they all smashed. "Yes," they said. "Our plan worked." And they puffed away. "I wonder where Lady is," said Thomas. "I don't know either," said James. "Can you go find her?" said Thomas. "Okay," said James. "But I heard a bang over at the docks. Can you go check out that?" "Okay," said Thomas. Then Thomas puffed out an effort station. "I am going to go check out what that bang was." But then he came into the coaches. "Ooh, I wonder what happened to Hero," Thomas pushed. "I have an idea," said Thomas. "Those evil guys knocked down Hero, Douglas, and Salty. I have an idea," he said. And then he coupled up to them. "What was that?" said Diesel. Probably just the wind." "Yeah," said Diesel. And then he pulled them back, and they derailed. "Ha, ha, ha," Thomas. The workmen came out. They pulled Hero back onto the line. They pulled Douglas back onto the line. "Oof, I need better get out of the way." And then pulled Salty back onto the line. "Oh no," said Thomas. "The trees are getting wobbly." "Whoa," said Thomas as they landed on Thomas. Oh no, and then he raced back down the hill. Aw, dang, said Thomas. Thomas had ran down the hill and smashed into the field. Then James puffed off looking for a lady. He puffed up the hills until he realized, lady, what happened here? I went up the hill and then the bridge collapsed. Well, I'm going to help you out over there, said James. I have to get down to lady until he realized there was still a brick. And there was a brick at the bottom that just fell. Ooh, I have an idea, said James. And James jumped. Oh no, my tender, said James. But then he jumped again. Woof! And James coupled up to lady. Jumped, and he jumped. Yay, said lady. I'm on the rails again. But what about my tender? But then the big gust of wind blew it over there. Ooh, I have an idea, said lady. Lady turned around and he jumped. And then lady coupled up to James's tender. Lady jumped back up. Yay! And then they both puffed away. But when they puffed away, they needed to go through the tunnel. He'll settle in the tunnel when he puffed out because he already scared from Gordan and not from Gordan. They were going through the tunnel. Bye, lady, said James, and James puffed away through the Mickey Island tunnel. Ugh, said James, that was hard work. I bet I won't do that again, but then part of it collapsed. Oh, darn it, said James. Then another part of it collapsed. Dang it. But then he tried to go down a little bit more. Ah, said James, what is happening to me? And he pushed more. Oh, no, said James. But James didn't care. He kept on puffing off. And then James puffed out through the tunnel. Oof, said James. That was easier than I expected. He saw the old main train. Ugh. What are you doing here, said James. The old main train didn't answer and just puffed away. Then James went back down the line to go to Tim's sheds. Then James backed up over a hill. Ugh, I had a hard day, said James, and James backed up into the sheds. Gordan, there's a special visitor coming here to down the Sodor. Can you go pick him up for me? Yes, sir, said Gordan. Then Sir Topem Hat closed his door and hopped into his car. Meanwhile, Harold was coming in as a special guest. The special guest was coming out of Harold. The special guest was walking over to Gordan. I thought I was supposed to pick you up, said Gordan. I get my chances, said Santa. Wait a minute, said Sir Topem Hat. Why are you here? I thought Harold was supposed to pick me up, said Santa. Well, no, I thought Gordan was supposed to take you here. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, said Santa. Goodbye. Then Santa walked away. I thought there was another special guest, said Gordan. No, said Sir Topem Hat. Well, I thought there were. Goodbye. Then Gordan puffed away. Well, said Gordan, I don't think that was a good day for me. So Santa just decided to spin around in circles. Whee!